Okay, greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and I'm back again for more Final Fantasy X, and in today's episode we're continuing our tutorial on how to max stats and what order to do things in. So last episode we covered the Don Tombury trick, and I showed you how to farm for the power, mana, speed and ability spheres. But what about the other spheres? Well, let me show you. So first of all, there is a certain order that we are going to want to do things in. And the first thing we're going to do, or the first sphere that we're going to want to go after, is going to be the defense spheres, the physical defense spheres. You will already have your magical defense, which you could already go ahead and throw out onto your grid at this point. And to get the defense spheres, we're going after this fella here, Tankit, which, in order to get him, you will need to capture 3 of each of the fiends that look like this fella roaming the different areas. So that's Nehem High Road, Josei, Macalania. There's 2 in Macalania actually. I'm just trying to think where else. Calmlands is another one. I think that's... Oh, and Omega Dungeon, the Halmers as well. And again, this time we're going to be relying on some summonings, but this time we're not going with Animar. And the reason why we're not going with Animar is because this fella has a move called Rush Attack. And when he uses that Rush Attack, if there's only one character or summoning on the field, he will continuously use it until that character or summoning dies. But if we use the Magna Sisters, there's going to be 3 of them. And this is your best bet for dealing with him at low level, because let's face it, when you first start off, you're not going to have the firepower that you really need with your characters to take him down. But the Magna Sisters, on the other hand, will. He will still use his rush attack against the Magna Sisters, but he will not be able to use it continuously because there are 3 members of this summoning. Using Mindy's Passado will do the majority of the damage quite quickly, although she doesn't always use it. Obviously it is very random with what they choose to do. And there you go, as you can see they've taken it down pretty quick. And again, all you need is Una to have 3/4 of her grid done and it will be sufficient. So once you have done your defense spheres, and you want about 30 or so, 30 to 32, the next one you're going to go after is going to be... Hold on, let me just consult my book so I can make sure that I'm sending you after the right one, because I can never remember which one does what. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing here. I need to... Bear with me, folks. I need to stick a light on. Unfortunately, the days are still quite short at the moment because we're in winter and daylight runs out very quickly. Okay, so the next one I tend to go after then in order is this one here, the Petrix. For that you will need to have captured, let me just consult the book on this one. You will need to have captured 4 of the following monsters, which is the Condor in Besaid, the Alcyone in the Canal Desert, and the Smurfoff in the Josei High Road. And this guy here is going to give us our evasion spheres, which right now I could easily take him out, but again, we're going to be doing this as if we are low level. So for this one I tend to use Animar because he can tank it quite well. And actually this one's one of the easiest ones to do purely because he's got such little health as well. He's actually only got 100 grand. So you could essentially 2-shot him. So that's 1 and 2. He does have regen as well, as you probably just noticed there. But don't worry about that, as long as your Animar's nice and strong you should be able to go through him quite quickly and easily. Once you have maxed your evasion out, and again, you want about 30 to 32 spheres, the next one you're going after is going to be Fafnir. Now, Fafnir, I recommend going with the Magnus Sisters for this one, because they've got better evasion, and this pain in the bum does inflict confuse when he attacks, so this is why at low level you want to use your summonings to tank that confuse and whatnot. And he does have a really nasty ability as well, which can chop through your health, but if you're using the Magnus Sisters you can generally stay ahead of it, although the Magnus Sisters are being a bit of a pain in the butt right now this second. But there you go, as you can see he just took 32k out of me, but that's the only time he'll do it. It's only the first attack that will do that horrendous amount of damage. And Cindy's being an absolute pain and won't do anything. There's that Fangs of Chaos I was on about. I kind of feel like I probably should have done this video at low level just to show you guys that it can be done, but I also looked at the situation and thought, well, it's not going to be that much dissimilar from where I'm at now. So okay, in this case we got Dark Matter because the game's decided it wants to be a douche. It can sometimes do that. The Dark Matter is the rare drop, but that one that we just took out, that would normally give you your agility spheres. Okay, so then next up I tend to do accuracy. Now accuracy you don't actually need to max out if you don't want to, but I tend to do it. I tend to max it out because I find that if you max out your accuracy, then you don't need to put your luck quite as ridiculously high. At the moment, the 3 characters that I've got set up that are going to be doing the damage against the Dark Aeons, I've got their luck to just over 120 and no higher, because I found that way it's less grind work, it's less repetitive, and I am going to show you guys how to quickly go through the fortune spheres and the luck spheres, because they are long-winded battles, I know they are, and I'm going to show you guys how you can very quickly deal with that so that you can get through it a lot quicker. But let's continue anyway. So the Hornet, I believe, is the next one.
Yeah, because I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, so the Hornet is the accuracy sphere creature that you want. I almost forgot the Fenrir. You just want to capture all the wolf type things, so that's the Sade, Jose, Beaconal, Mount Gegazet, Macalania and Calmlands. Oh, and the Mayhem High Road one as well. And you will need 3 of each of those. For the Hornet that we're facing now, you are going to want the Killer Bee and Killiker, the Wasp at Macalania, the Bite Bug at Jose, and the Nebrios at the Calmlands. So basically all the bug creatures. Okay, so this one, again, we use the summonings to tank, and we're going with Animal this time round, because this one doesn't have any nasty abilities that we need to be worried about really. It's just about tanking that damage. Again, you can use Protect and stuff for this one. Unfortunately, Protect does not work against Fafnir's nasty Fangs of Hell, which is why we went with the Magnus Sisters instead. Now, at lower levels, your Animar may or may not miss a couple of hits on this thing, because obviously you're still working at getting your accuracy up at this point. But that's done. And again, the game decides it wants to shove dark matter at me. I don't know why it's doing that, but I assure you folks that is the one that will give you the accuracy spheres. So then, once you have done that, the next one you're going after is the Juggernaut. This is the one that will give you your strength spheres. Now, there's two ways to deal with this one. You can either use Riku and have her frag grenade it. This will instantly break his armor. It bypasses it basically. Whereas armor break will work on him, but it takes God knows how many attempts. If you use the frag grenade though from her limit break, so that's just 2 power spheres together combined with her limit break, you will instantly break his armor and you will then be able to do maximum damage. However, I found it was actually quicker to just pull out Animar at low level, because apparently he's that strong. He can go straight through the Juggernaut's armor and still do maximum damage without an armor break, which I'm going to demonstrate now. And this is the same strength Animar had when he was at lower level as well, from when I just sent him round, when I sent you around most of her grid, I mean. And as you can see, I'm literally doing maximum damage here. And again, you're going to want about 30 to 32 strength spheres, it's the same as the others. You might have to get a few extras of each just here and there, because not all the character stats are the same, unfortunately. Now you can also use Animar's overdrive as well. That will also help to take him down pretty quick, but in this case I'm not going to worry about that right now. There we go, down it goes. Okay, so that just leaves HP spheres, fortune spheres and luck spheres. Okay, so before we go any further, I need to just switch a few characters around here. So, by the time you get to your fortune and luck spheres, your team should start to be getting quite strong, or at least one of your characters should be. Once you've got your defense, accuracy, evasion and strength spheres done on one character, I do strongly advise at that point that you start sending the other characters around. The reason I do it with just one character to start off with is because it saves a bit of work. Because then, if you're doing them all at the same time, they're all having to go back and forth and all over the place, and it just gets really confused and cluttering. Whereas if you just send one person around the grid once and fill in the empty spheres as you go around, the others, all they've got to do is just go around the grid in a certain order. There's no going backwards and forwards and teleporting and whatnot. You can literally just go around in a circle, really. But for the luck spheres and the fortune spheres, we're going to go with a certain method here. So I'm going to chuck in Kamari and Lulu because they are both undeveloped, and I want Waka because we're going to be monopolising his overdrive. We could also use Tidus's overdrive as well, but for now I'm just going to stick with Waka's. And you're going to need maxed out both physical and magic defense in order to do this as well, especially the magic defense when going after the luck spheres, because if you don't, you're going to get screwed very quickly. Okay, so let's do the luck spheres first. For that you want the greater sphere, and let me just quickly clarify how we unlock that one before we go any further. So for this one, we have to have generated 2 creatures during the species conquest. Okay, so let's get on in that. Now this thing can be a bit of a nuisance. He does have a pretty nasty attack. Let me see, actually screwed up a little bit here. We actually do need to get a few attacks on him first, unless we're using Rocker and Tider, so I'm just going to bring my heavy hitters back out. So that's one. We need to get about 4 to 5 normal physical attacks on him first before we do anything else. And the reason why we have Kamari on the field is because as long as Rocker's got Comrade on, his overdrive gauge will instantly charge to full when Kimari takes a hit, which gives us instant access to the overdrive, and the overdrive is going to be key to taking him out because he's got about 1.4 million. So you want to strike him with about 4 to 5 normal attacks first, just to play it safe. Now each time we do hit him, he is going to counter us with Ultima, sadly. If you've got maxed out magic defense, you'll be fine, you can counter that. If you're still a little bit concerned, you can chuck out some shell as well. And I've actually screwed up a little bit here because I forgot to cast haste at the beginning. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix that little problem. I'm just going to have a look here and see whether I can. Nope. Okay, in that case, if you do what I've done and you have a boomer moment and you put yourself in a situation like this where you're about to get hit by a very nasty attack, which I cannot remember the name of, we're going to see it in a moment, I recommend putting auto life onto Rocker. Like so. And yep, there it is, hydraulic press. This is going to do horrendous damage, as you've just seen. It wiped all 3 characters. But Rocker is now back on his feet, and we can now go ahead and counter with our overdrive. I just really hope I do not screw this up, and I have screwed it up. You'll need to not screw the overdrive up to make this work. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. Damn it. Okay. That was my fault. I did things... Well, I say I did things in the wrong order. I forgot to do something before I started. Let me just restore my character's health, and I'll just show you guys that again. Without dying. Okay, so the first thing we should have done, and I do apologise for this folks, I completely forgot about it for a moment, I had a boomer moment. Make sure you put haste on as well, because otherwise you will not get enough turns to take him out. So that's 1. He'll retaliate with Ultima, which will hit Kamari, well, it'll hit all 3 of us. Which, for some strange reason, did not charge Rocker's overdrive. I'm not sure why it's done that. It should have charged Rocker's overdrive before. That doesn't make any sense. How very strange. Something strange is going on here, because Rocker's overdrive should be maxed out right now. Let me try getting Lulu out, see if Lulu can do it. It's still not working. What the hell is going on? very strange. Okay, well, in this instance, let's pull you out. Believe me, it should have worked. I don't know why Walker's overdrive wasn't charging. That is beyond me. I'm really not sure what's going on with that.
Don't ask me, I don't know.
Well, it's been working fine up until now. I'm trying to put it on camera and it's game's making me look like a liar.
Do you at least pause your recording?
No, what, sorry?
I said, did you at least pause your recording?
No, recording's still going at the moment.
Not what I meant.
Unless it's because he was using Ultima, maybe it's physical only. Only one way to find out. Let me find out. Oh yeah, that worked. Well, there we have it, folks. Now we know why.
Okay, well, why?
Well, it worked when I got hit with a physical attack. That did some tremendous damage too. There we go, perfect overdrive. Now, if you manage to get a perfect overdrive, you will do about 1.2 million. This is why I say to get a good 4 to 5 hits on him beforehand, just to make damn certain you can take him out, which, by the looks of it in this case, I didn't get enough hits on him beforehand, so I died. But I had auto Phoenix set up, so we're good. I'm not sure how much health he's likely to have left. What to do. Okay, so in this case we're gonna, because I want to demonstrate that you can get the spears off of him, I want to make sure that I actually drop him this time, so I'm gonna pull Animar out here and just have Animar finish the job. But you get the basic idea, that's how you're supposed to take him out. Okay, so he did only need one more hit to die. I wasn't sure. But yeah, essentially, Walker's overdrive will take him out very quickly. You just have to charge his overdrive up. That's where the undeveloped characters come into play, because obviously the more damage that's taken, the quicker that overdrive gorge is going to charge up. And again it gives me dark matter. What's with all the dark matter that it's throwing at me?
Because that's what it wants to be.
Okay then folks, so next up then is the Fortune Spheres. And for that one we want Earth Eater. Let's see what we need to unlock him. So for Earth Eater, we must, in order to get him to pop up, you must generate 2 creatures in the area conquest. So basically you just need to have captured all fiends in 2 of the areas, and it's as simple as that really. Okay, so we are actually set up quite nicely here, but actually I'm going to just pull Oren out a second here, and there is a reason, and that is because he's going to counter what we're doing here a little bit. Just knock him over. Okay, once you've knocked him over, the next thing we're going to do here is obviously we're just going to get Yuna back up, because we kind of need to get her back up and get her out of the way. And then we're going to pull, whoops, wrong one. Walker. And again, it's going to be the same sort of principle. Now, when we attack him while he's down like this, he's going to counter with flare. So, let's see, in this case, I'm going to skip Walker's turn for a moment because I want Lulu back out on the field. This will double the chances of us getting what we need. So what we're going to do here is have Lulu go and poke him, and he will counter with his flare. Now sometimes Walker can end up getting hit, annoyingly, in which case your taking him down will be delayed for a moment. But as you can see, this time around Lulu has been hit. And Walker can now use his overdrive. And it takes a grand total of 2 of Walker's overdrives to take him out. Unfortunately, he cannot be armor broke, even with the frag grenade trick. Unfortunately, I have put this to the test. It does not work. There we go. Another overdrive from Walker. I'm not sure whether I have actually done enough damage or not with both overdrives and the other attacks combined to kill him. I might need to just quickly tap him afterwards. Still got just a little bit of health left. I'd say one more physical attack should do it though. I mean, we have got a 3rd overdrive set up there to go if we need it, but to be honest, at this point, I don't feel like we're going to need it. Although, if he manages to get back up like this and you're not sure how much damage you have done, then I do recommend going with the attack wheels like I'm about to do here, because he's got back up. And I think he's got about 1.2 mil of health. I will just confirm that for you folks. Although 1.3 million health. Okay. Finally then, the HP spheres, once you have done your luck, and you're looking to just polish off your grid a little bit, you know, just add those last little trimmings in, you're going to want to go against the Iron Glad, and this guy here is the one who will give you your HP spheres. He's got a whopping 2 mil of health, so again you're going to want to use Walker's Overdrive and Tidus's Overdrive. In fact, I will just give you a quick demonstration. So let's see here. You're going to want one undeveloped character as well. So we'll go with Tidus. Actually, you know what, scratch that. We'll go with Riku first because we're going to want to use her overdrive as well to reduce the defense. So let's go ahead and get on in there. Right now we're going to go ahead and cast haste. And then we're going to have Riku go ahead and use her overdrive. So if we just go down to our power spheres here, we want 2 power spheres. That will give us the frag grenade, and that will have now put armor break on him instantly. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and skip his turn. Skip. Riku can come out of there now, and we're going to put Kamari in. Now, when we swing with it, with Kamari, he will counter us and strike Kamari. This will put Whopper's overdrive up, and if we had Tidus set up with Conrad as well, and his overdrive gauge wasn't full, then obviously it would do the same for him. And then we're going to go ahead here and go in with the attack wheels. This will do 1.2 million of the damage needed to take him out, and Tidus should be able to finish off the rest. That's 1.2 million taken out of him, and then Tidus you'll just need the slice and dice for. I'm really surprised I haven't unlocked energy range yet. Just 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits. Oh, he's still alive just. Okay. Well, it should only take about another 2 hits, I believe, to take him out. Yeah, there we go. So that's the quickest way I've found of taking him out, and that will give you your HP spheres, although right now the game seems to prefer giving me dark matter. Oh no, I take it back, it's actually giving me some HP spheres for a change. Okay, so that's pretty much how to do the grid basically, and in what order, and how to do the Don Tommy trick. I hope these 2 videos that I've done back to back help. I'm going to do one more video just to show you guys where to get a few other helpful spheres that you're going to need for the grid, and I'll be showing that in the next episode. And then after that we are going after the Dark Aeon, so do come and join me for that. Take care folks, and I'll see you all soon for more Final Fantasy.